low libido especially affected women. Some men are not happy in their own. Sex has been seen as something that is not good, something that is a dirty act. Aside it leading to reproduction, it has its own benefit. Some of this low libido thing can also be caused by health related issues, mental related issues. You have an obligation. Hi, you're welcome to another episode with me. Okay, so in my last video, I received tons of comments. I don't think I was ready for the impact of what that video would bring. I was just posting my usual video, and talking about anything about relationship has been something that I'm passionate about, though I've never talked about it on YouTube. So when I posted it and I started seeing comments, really, and people started sending me messages, I was like, hey God, what did I post? Oh my God, what did I post? What is this? But anyway, it's all good. This particular question, I noticed a trend in the question, especially from the men folk, where they said that women, some people are even married, most of them are married folks, where they said they had this complaint that the women had low libido, or they have sex, they just have low sex drive, or most likely disinterest. But this particular comment caught my attention, and I feel this particular comment, let me address this so it can address other related kind of questions in that light, because I received about 4 or 5 or something like that. This, it states that many women are falling in the pit of purity culture, and this led them to have a low libido or a disgust for sex. Okay, Lord, give me the right answers to this, and I pray that as I'm talking, it's the right thing to say. I would say the godly community, in a way, to, I'm not going to generalize anything, please. I'm not generalizing anything, but I would say the godly community, in a way, to, this is might not be like a deliberate in a way, to try not to ensure that people enter into the acts, or trying to save the youth or the younger ones. They just put up this barrier, right? Please, gentle reminder, one of my principle, and the principle that I stand with, is that no sex before marriage. And this particular video is directed to only married folks. But don't forget, I'm not judging anybody. This is a way of helping others heal. This video is a way to help broken homes. People's marriage is failing. Some men are not happy in their home, so women are not happy, and things in that. And they can't tell, they can't go to church to tell anybody, right? So it's best they don't hear this kind of information from another party. I'm a godly person, and that principle also aligns with me. But I see things in different lights, and that statement has a point, because I understand. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not even going to blame the church at this point, because I feel trying to handle this situation where the Bible says the bed undefiled, I sort of shut down that God was also the person that created sex. And in the confine, or with the context of married home, sex is one of the things God created, is one of the acts that, aside it leading to reproduction, it has its own benefits. I don't think this video is about any benefit of anything. Please go and read that yourself, please. But especially this, from what I've read and researched and questions that they've been slamming, people have been slamming me in my DMs and things and that, like, I feel low libido especially affected women. And I'm assuming that most likely the man they got married to was active, and most likely they got married as a virgin. And with this orientation of how sex has been seen as something that is not good, something that is a dirty act. Please don't forget, this is for married folks, please. And I'm being realistic in this because at this point, sort of giving therapeutic advice. This is going to help marriages get back on their feet. So I feel that the conditioning that has happened to some of the godly women, especially those that most likely got married as a virgin, they've been, it might not be deliberately, but they've made it that that act is a sinful act, and they were unable to separate that. They were able to separate that thought when they got married. That's most likely. And now I'm also trying to tell the men, please, I don't think maybe you cheating on somebody is the solution, or you using this avenue to watch porn because of that is the solution. No, it's not the solution right now. Because what you are doing is that, don't forget that when you got married to this lady, most likely she has spent the first 25 years or the first 23 years or the first 18 years with this orientation that no, that act is one act that don't go there. The church, when they talk about it, they just talk about it like it's one secret affair that nobody must hear. So addressing this is that I'm trying to see it in that shoes. Because even when you are getting married, trust me, I'm sure that marriage counseling just had to do with, sorry, I'm not judging, but I don't think whether there was this marriage counseling that had to do with sexual education for the lady, or or there was any occasion in that person's phase where there was like a section where they had to let on eradicate the first thought that, oh, you are getting married now, sex is good, and things like that. Like, I don't know how people will be able to flip that page. Because let's be truthful, if you say no sex before marriage, that's my principle, and I'm not judging anybody. The way we've seen it is just like, yes, when we get married, we are going to find out to do it, especially there. We are going to see it raw happen because you've not experienced it. And especially, most likely, you don't watch porn. You don't do things like that. So you are most likely a triangular life from church, school, work. You don't do the act, you don't see the act, you don't even hear it. And this is normal. There are a lot of people like that. So they just, when getting married is the only phase where they are seeing it happen. In fact, at that point, some people even go. No wonder sometimes when I've heard of people saying that, oh, when I ask them, okay, how was your first experience? The first of all, feel like when we got married first, I first of all told him, give me 1 week, give me 2 weeks. I need to maybe because at that point, I don't know how that's gonna work, guys. I don't know. Because at that point, you've held yourself in this space for like maybe 25, 26 years where you've not most likely had sex. Or maybe you've had sex and after a while you started following this celibate culture. But especially those that maybe they've never had that sex. So imagine you coming to that room with a blank orientation, and with the orientation that most likely there's this guilt attached to the activity. So what do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? One thing that these videos I've been making is that I'm also learning. I'm also seeing things in different light. I'm also being exposed, and it's making me read a lot of things. And I feel like if I'm to tell a younger self of me or anybody or any, I believe godly folks are watching this. I believe godly folks that most likely think like me are, or doing things in that light are watching this. Somebody needs to undo this phase. Like, okay, they are done, no sex before marriage, and you're about getting married. What is the unlearning? What do you need to drop to pick up the new? So I feel like if I'm to give solution right now, I'm not giving. I'll suggest with the help of God, with the help of the Holy Spirit, give the right word. I would say that, especially the men, try to talk about this during courtship. And most times, most of the ladies are not comfortable about talking about things like this. But if you're in this current position where this is happening, try to communicate your feeling to your wife. Remember, I said wife. Try to communicate your feelings to your wife. If possible, try to make her see a therapist. And on that, some of this low libido thing can also be caused by health related issues, mental related issues. This for women can also be caused by maybe stress, can also be caused by a lot of things. So, first of all, try to talk to her. It doesn't work, right? If you've spoken to her and she's still not seeing it in that light, maybe at this time, I think it's good for you to seek for help. Most time, these women also, additionally, don't even feel like there's anything wrong with them. How can you unwind somebody that this activity has been in, embedded in the person's head that this is wrong? So it's going to take a while. It's going to take some set of conditioning. Seek help. Educate yourself sexually, especially singles right now, godly singles right now, that your orientation is no sex before marriage. Try to know that once you are married, you have an obligation. Oh, why get married? Because at that point, you have to satisfy both parties. You have to, even if though there are some men that it also applies to women. There are some that their libidos are high. Nobody should come for me in the comment section. Read about these things. What I'm saying, read about it. It happens. You can see it everywhere. It's not like anything I'm saying is new, but this is just my own point of view. So I'll just say, talk about this. Go for therapy. Try to maybe ask. Just go for therapy. That's just the best thing. Because I will not want a situation where the man is not happy, which leads the man to start cheating or watching porn or masturbating or things in that light. So please, this video is dedicated to godly women and married folks. Dear men, please at this phase try to support your wife. Don't worry, she's going to come back better. And you, the wife watching this, ensure you are ready to be helped. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this helpful. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to enroll for my free month friend course, please do well to use the link in the description box. I hope this video was a form of healing session to you.